Hello and welcome to this postnatal strength video. This is a follow-on from our functional strength video, so make sure you've done that and some of our Pilates videos before you attempt this one. I'm assuming now that you know how to find your pelvic floor. You may still find it difficult, but the point is that you know what you're looking for. No explanation in this video. Let's start to warm it up by just pedaling the feet, because we're going to focus from the feet first. Now, in terms of pieces of equipment, I've got a big ball. You just need some kind of weight. It can be any kind of weight, any kind of resistance. It could be a child. Yeah, you just need some kind of resistance. Please be safe, but you just need something. That's a 5 kg ball that I've got there. I've also got a little ball, my little orange ball. Now that's really important. So grab a tennis ball or something like small ball, and I've got some blocks, but you can just use cushions, towels, anything. Now that big weighted ball could just be a water bottle, a big container, anything like that with handles on is also really good to use as well. So you don't need specialized equipment. Okay, so just pedal through the feet, warm the feet up. The feet in this video are absolutely integral to what we're going to do, because the core starts from the foot. And we're going to discover the core of the foot in just a second. Just walk through your feet a couple more times. Now take your right foot back. Now try not to allow the heel to turn in. Now this is going to challenge your balance. So take that heel out and lift and lower through your foot. Now as you're doing that, you're going to mimic a running, walking action, and you're going to squeeze into your glutes as you lift up. Now lift up. So try to engage your glutes, lift through your core, and see if you can feel your pelvic floor lift at the same time, lifting into your belly. So you're nice and strong through your center. Do that for me 2 more times. Squeeze your bottom 1 more time. Now hold your heel down, hold a calf stretch position, really squeeze and keep the arms going. So just wind your waist up. Yeah, really try to keep the hips square to the front. So we're just warming everything up at the moment. Okay, now we're going to do some balance work. Now put your hands onto your hips, and you're going to bring your weight forward, and you're going to draw up through the core of the left foot. So press down through the inside of the ball of the foot and draw up through the core of the foot. I'm going to turn face on because you need to see what happens to this knee. You don't want it to turn in. So push that knee out. Now put your hands on your hips and step your right leg in and back. Now as you're doing this, your heel goes back down to the ground each time, and you're really thinking of trying to keep your hips square. The left knee stays bent. Yep. So we're starting to load and strengthen into the left side, but very importantly, you're thinking about keeping these hips square to the front. So if you put your hands on the outside of your hips, they should feel nice and level, and you're holding them level with your hands. Okay, do that for me 2 more times. I'm going to turn sideways on again. 1 more time. Now hold the leg back and come up for me. Squeeze into your buttocks, work the shoulder blades down, and drop down into a lunge position. Tuck your tail and squeeze your buttock. You're not really tucking your tail, you're just squeezing your buttock actually. Just the action of squeezing your buttock is what you want. Forget that tuck your tail business. But what I do want you to do, which does move the tailbone, is to lift up from the back of the pelvic floor and into your belly. Now hold that position. Now take your body weight back, and by doing that you're going to get some length into the front of this thigh, and that's really important. And then we're going to open and close the chest as you hold here. Now squeeze your buttock, open through the front of your thigh and open through your chest. Now we're going to go up, up. Keep pushing your hips forward, and you've got that slight lean back in your body, creating length through the front of that right thigh. Do that for me 2 more times. 1 more time, and then release it. Well done. Change sides. Left leg's going to go back. Make sure that heel isn't turning in. Turn it back out, and then we're going to lift and lower again. So the heel comes back down each time. So we're mobilizing the body, but we put strength into what we're doing straight away. So you're working out right now. Yeah, it's a warm-up, but it's a functional kind of warm-up, strength, mobility type movement. So you're working through the heel. Now remember your arms. My arms are going in the wrong direction there, and I'm falling over. I need to connect to my core. So you do the same. Now watch that front knee. Yep. Push it out. Draw up through the core of the right foot. So press down through the inside of the ball of the foot. Try to engage your core. Now we don't always get everything right. Yeah, but just try to focus on it. There's lots to think about. Try and draw up through the core of that foot. Squeeze into your buttock. Lift up through your pelvic floor. The more you do this video, the better you'll get at it. Yep. 4 more. Remember, you can move the arms. 3 more. 2 more. Then we're going to put our hands on the hips and bring that back leg in. Bring it in and back. Keep that knee out. Heel goes back down each time. That's good. 4 more. 3 more, 2 more. Actually, that's a lie. Give me 4 more here because we did more on the other side. Keep pushing that knee out. Does it feel different? It does feel different for me on this side. I know where my stability is, and this is why these, or my poor stability is, which is this side. This is why these exercises are good for us, because it trains us to think about our positioning, keeping everything square, keeping that knee out, keeping the core of the foot engaged on that right side. 4 more for luck. So do 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Now go back onto the ball of your back leg and lift up tall. Let me turn sideways on for you for this one. So come up, really squeeze into your back buttock. Now take your body weight back so you feel length in the front of the thigh, and you're really squeezing your buttock. Now lift up from the back of the pelvic floor into your belly. Okay, now drop down into a lunge, but squeeze underneath and open and close through the chest. Now we're going to go up and down on this, really focusing on lifting the pelvic floor as you come up, squeezing the buttock as you come up as well. So do 4 more, 3 more, creating length in the front of your thigh. Okay, now hold down a second and just open your chest and pull back for me. Do that 1 more time. Open and pull back. Alrighty, so let's just do a couple of stretches now. Quad stretch, push your hip forward, lengthen through. Now watch what I'm doing. I'm not doing it here, I'm doing it here. Push the kneecap down, squeeze your buttock, lift your belly. Yeah, and change sides. You can always hold on to something to balance. So this is my wobbly side, so I'm going to have to really focus. So push your kneecap down, squeeze your buttock, push the hip forward, engage your core. Again, scoop up from the back of the pelvic floor into the belly. Keep pushing that kneecap down, keep getting some length. And again, for this stretch, again, you might want to hold on to something. Always a good idea to do that. Now, these stretches, you can come back to them anytime you like throughout the workout, yeah? So just do them whenever you want to. And let me show you that position. So start off tall, hold on to something if you need to. Stick your bottom back behind you, push your knee out to the side. Keep your chin in. Okay, and change, other side. Knee out to the side. Push that knee out, drop down, stick your bottom out. Now this is going to stretch your pelvic floor as well. So you're pushing your tailbone out. All good stuff. Okay, and release it. Let's start with our little ball. All right, we'll just start with the ball on its own, then we'll grab our big weight as well. So, just literally sitting underneath your ankle bone, just here. Yep, so you're holding on to that ball with your heels, the inside of your heels. Now drop through the core of the foot. Okay, engage, scoop up from the back of the pelvic floor and into your belly, and then lift up. Hold, squeeze your bottom, lift up through your core, lower down. Now bend your knees, drop down, weight into your heels, butt back behind you. I'm going to turn around in a second. Scoop up from the back of the pelvic floor, lift up, squeeze back up into your heels, lift. Shoulder blades down, chin in, lower down, sit back. I'll turn sideways on. Now lift up to the pelvic floor, come back up. Now squeeze into your buttocks. It's always hard to hold your balance here. Push down through the inside of the ball of the foot, lift up from the pelvic floor and into the belly. Look straight ahead. Okay, lower down, drop down. Just drop into a squat, engage the core, engage the pelvic floor, lift back up, squeeze, press through the inside of the ball of the foot and lift up and engage. Chin in, back of the neck nice and long. And then drop down and do it again. Come down, chin in, take another breath, inhale, exhale, lift up, all the way up and squeeze. Now squeeze into your buttocks, push in through that little ball. Now if you haven't got a little ball, you can do this without, but when you grab a ball, you'll realize how much harder it is, but how much more focused it is. Press through the inside of the ball of the foot, try to engage through the core of the foot, work the shoulders down. Okay, we'll do it one more time. Drop down, engage through the core of the foot again, lift up through, come all the way up, squeeze into your buttocks, hold and release. Well done. Really good exercise to do to strengthen through the feet. Now, I'm going to use blocks. You don't have to use blocks if you are very sure of feeling your pelvic floor, but we're going to pick up a weight as well. So you have to think about whether you can feel your core or not. We're all going to do this in a narrow squat position. So hold your position. Press through the inside of the ball of the foot. Lift up through your center, work through. Make sure you're gathering up through that short foot exercise in the feet. You're going to drop down, slowly and lift up. Now you can hold your weight close into your body for the moment. Yep, we're going to make it easy. We're just carrying a weight. And lift. And lift. Now obviously you can do this without any extra resistance. So you've got to think about what's right for you right now. But if you're struggling to feel your pelvic floor, then you must use something between your knees. You've got to be able to feel it lift. So lift it, engage it. Give me 4 more here. So we're going down slowly and coming up a little bit faster. So when you come up, you lift up through your core, yeah? Lift up through your core. Just breathe naturally for me. Breathe. Do that again. 2 more times. We're then going to add in our heel raise, but we're going to do it without the ball because obviously our feet are wider apart now. But I want you to still have the same focus with your feet. Heel up, yep. So a little difference in timing. So we're going to go down 2, come up 1, and then heels up. So down and down, come up 1, heels up again, down and down. Now if you wanted to, you can start to take the ball up. Yep, your choice. Press through the heels, press through the inside of the ball of the foot, heels down on the way down in the squat. Now keep using your core. Lift through your center. Now I'm not purposely going with the music, so you can slow it down if you want to. Yeah, don't feel you have to go at the same speed as me. So go at your own pace. Just make sure you can feel your core. When you press up, you've got to engage here. So we're going to drop down, find the pelvic floor, really lift up into your belly as you come up. Make sure you're squeezing those glutes. They should be starting to fatigue now, as will your shoulders. Keep it going. Let's go for 2 more. Shoulder blades down, chin in. And 1 more. And rest it there. Okay, we're going to step back into a lunge position now. Okay, step back into your lunge. Now here we go. We're going to do that same movement we did before, stepping the foot in and back. So go back with the heel down each time. Okay, now if you want an extra challenge, you're going to lift the knee up. So the foot isn't going to touch down, but you've got to do the same thing with your balance. Knee is out, don't let it wobble in. Knee is out, hips are level. If you want to go to the next stage, you press the weight out as well. Now that's going to be really hard on your upper body, so be careful. Make sure you're engaging your core. Good, well done. Nearly there. So you can keep the weight in. You don't have to use any weight at all. You could just have your hands pressed together. Breathe. So look at your levels. Level 1 would be no weight at all. Level 2, holding the weight. Level 3, weight going out. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now take the leg back behind. Squeeze into your buttocks, come up nice and tall. I'm going to drop down slowly for 3, engage the core and up for 1. And up. And up. Do that again. Engage. And lift. And lift. Again, lifting through your center all the while you're doing this. 1 more. And lift. Now lower down, come forwards, but stick your bottom out. So look at the length in my spine. I'm now going to pull into a rowing action into my back. Now engage the core of the front foot. Lift up through your pelvic floor. Lift up. If you've got like a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you can do it like this, or a bottle with a handle. Pull it back. If you've got a ball like I have, you need to steady it with the other hand. Okay, go 8 more. 7. Left leg should be screaming. Engage your core, engage your waist. You might be able to find you need to do it without any weight at all, which is fine. Woo! Okay, shake your legs out. Let's do it on the other side. How are we doing? You okay? So you're going to take your left leg back behind. Yep, we'll start from the beginning. Take it back behind. Heel goes down, knee comes in. Level 1 would be without any weight, and you're just pressing the heels of the hands together. Level 2, holding it as I am doing so now. Push the right knee out, engage the core of your right foot. Press to the inside of the ball of the foot, draw the foot in, creating an arch in your foot. Lifting through your center. Level 3, you push the ball out. Lift your core, breathe. Shoulder blades down. Use your center, lift up through. Well done. Keep going. Find your level. I'm going to put my ball down for a second. You could be here, yeah? You can try taking the arms out without a weight. That's absolutely fine. Do it at your level. Shoulder blades down, lift into your center. And I really mean that. Do not overdo it. Let's do 4 more here. So 4 more. 3. Remember, you can just tap in as well. And 1. You're there. Well done. Into lunges. So come up nice and tall. Take your leg back behind you. Squeeze into your buttocks. Push that right knee out. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. We're going to go down and up. Keep your back up nice and tall. Engage your core. Lift into your center. And again, and again. Lift. Squeeze your bum. And up again. Breathe. Lift up through your pelvic floor. Lift up through your pelvic floor. If you feel you can't lift, you put that weight down, yet you do it without the weight. 2 more. 1 more. Okay, now come forwards, row. Tuck your elbow in, lift the weight up behind you. Now stick your bottom out, you're in a forward lean position, but your back is long. I wasn't in quite the right position earlier, but I am now. So you've got that forward lean, but I'm going to do it wrong for a second. You're not here. Yeah, your bottom is out. You've really got your weight into the front leg, so this leg is going to tighten, so we need to stretch those legs out afterwards. So keep engaging, keep lifting, keep breathing. Go 8, 7, 6, tuck that elbow in, lift into your center. Give me 4 more. 3 more, push that right knee out, engage the core of the right foot. And you're there, well done. Come down to the floor. Now get your cushions or whatever you've got to put between your knees. Okay, so set of press-ups and then a bit of length in the legs. So tuck the elbows in, start in a box position, engage your core, lower down, down, down and up. Tuck the elbows in, really try to feel your pelvic floor as you lower. If you want to go harder, you can go further forward, but you must make sure your tummy is in. And if you're at all unsure, stay in a box position. Yeah, if you're not sure about the load on your tummy, stay here. Lift your center. But the blocks or the cushions between your knees should help you to engage your core, so you know you're lifting up through your center as you do this. Try to breathe out on the way up, but just make sure you're breathing, yeah? And you're engaging. So breathe in here and out. Or you can breathe out all the way down and up if you want to. Breathe in at the top, as long as you're breathing. Okay, now curl your toes underneath. Keep your blocks there. Take your weight back. Pull your weight back. Press through the inside, the balls of the feet. Work the shoulder blades down. Allow the heels to drop. Send your tailbone up. Chin in, back of the neck long. If you can't get any stretch at the top of your hamstrings, bend your knees, push your tailbone up. And you want that because you want to stretch your pelvic floor as well. And the blocks are there for safety to help you control on your ascent and descent. So it's when you're coming down here that you want to be squeezed onto those blocks. Let's do another set, 1 more set. You ready? Here we go. 3 down. Breathe, engage your core, work the shoulder blades down. Now if you are getting any issues in your neck and shoulders at the moment, come up and do this exercise instead, the dumb waiter. Unload those shoulders. And then you really need to look at some of our videos that address shoulder and neck issues, yeah? And make sure that you're doing some work to release those as well. Do that for me 2 more times, either pressing up or doing the dumb waiter exercise. Keep your elbows tucked in if you're doing dumb waiter. And then we're going to go up and into down dog again. So lift up, pull back, send your weight back, work the shoulders down, create some length into your hips. Sending those tailbones up, allow the heels to drop. Get some length into those legs. After all those calf raises and those lunges, you're going to need to lengthen your legs out now. So breathe. Pull back. And then come down. And we're going to step forward. Now come forward and get some length in the front of your thigh, but now there's no load, so the muscle can let go, and that's really important. Just allow your body to sink forward, lengthening through the front of your thigh. Hold that position. So I'm going to come face forwards. Now you shouldn't have any issues in this position. If you are getting pain in deep in the pelvis, then this video is not the one for you, yeah, because you need to create more stability in your pelvis first. That means if you've still got some kind of pelvic girdle pain, you need to be looking at the other videos that we've done in the series first. Okay, let's do a pigeon stretch now. Make sure your knee is okay. If you do get any issues in your knees, just come up a little bit and don't shut the knee joint in into such a closed position. Yeah, so if you come up here, it doesn't close the knee joint down. And what's nice about this stretch is if you really work into it, as we've done in previous videos, you can really get some nice length into your hips as well. So just do that kind of rocking action. And then change sides. And as we've done with previous videos, we're going to go to lying on a front. Now, if you're breastfeeding, you may find this really uncomfortable, so you might want to get some cushions and place them underneath your boobs. Or, as an alternative, you can just stay on your hands and knees in that pressed up position we did earlier. Yep, and just do some abdominal hollowing in this position here. Yep, so just lift up through the pelvic floor into your belly in an on or fours position. Okay, if you're comfortable coming down, let's gently allow the forehead to relax into your hands. Remember, put cushions underneath you if you need it. And then bring your heels together, lift up through the pelvic floor, engage, and then lift up and squeeze into your buttocks. Now pull your legs out from your hip sockets, work the shoulder blades down, length into your neck and squeeze. And then release it and do it again one more time. Inhale, exhale, engage, lift up through the pelvic floor, lift the belly away from the floor, and then lift the legs up and squeeze. Work the shoulder blades down, breathe it through. And then release and do a quad stretch for me. So push the hip down into the floor, release tension, you can move your foot around, make sure you're engaging your core and you're really pushing that hip into the floor, getting some length in the front of your thigh. So working the pelvic floor is not about lying on the floor and just doing lots of ab exercises. All of what we've done in this video is for your pelvic floor. Yeah? So it's about functional movements that help you to strengthen your pelvic floor so you can go on and to do lots more stronger movements. If you struggle with this video though, please go back to one of the earlier videos in the series and make sure you keep doing those to strengthen before you move on to this one. Now let's do a puppy dog to finish off and just pull back and relax. Well done guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure if you're at this stage now, you're doing something like this at least twice a week, if not 3 times a week. So come back and see us again soon. See you later. Bye.